Well, good evening. How are you all doing? I hope you are all doing well. I've been getting a lot of questions about the Camaro project lately. People asking how it's coming along and how the progress is coming. Well, unfortunately, things have all but come to a halt. I haven't been feeling very well and having some medical problems again that I'm working my way through, and things are getting a little better. And then you have this COVID-19 bullshit that has just completely ruined the year of 2020. Every car show, every drag race, everything has been canceled in our area this summer. There's nothing going on. And that takes a lot of the motivation away from working on your vehicles and stuff like that. And it's making it awful hard to get parts and get into the machine shop to get things machined and ready to assemble the motor. And I'm also working on something really big that you all probably, some of the Facebook people already have an idea of what's going on, but there's something else that's been tying up a lot of my time lately. And I'm going to be pretty proud and happy to show you what's going on probably towards the end of next week. There will be a pretty good video of what I've been up to and why I've been pretty busy. But what I've been doing today is I dug the Camaro out. Well, it usually lives over here against the wall because its little home of its own is kind of tied up now. We have a 59 Chev pickup, as some of you know, and the hood from my Camaro has been stored on the back of that. And we had to take that out and do some stuff to that and drive it around and enjoy it. So instead of taking the hood off the back of that and standing up against the wall where it can get knocked over or damaged, just decided to put it back. It's the best and safest spot for it would be back on the car. So we temporarily put it on there. It's not quite lined up perfectly or anything, as you can see, but it's going to be a safe spot for it. And at the same time, I decided, the last time I was on here, I was playing around with some tire combinations, and so I put my 28 by 10.5 inch slick on one of my rally wheels. This is one of my old slicks I used to run on the Mustang, and that fills out the wheel well real nice. So now that I know that's going to fit, I will know that a 275/60 street tire will fit on the back. So that's going to be the combination, which means I'll have to haul out the 373 gear and put a 456 in. It sounds like a pretty steep gear for on the street, but when you got a 28-inch tall tire, it's going to cut the RPM down. It should be probably 3,400 going down the highway, 60, 70 mile an hour. And this is the other side with the 245/60, and we used to run this on the street. And on the racetrack, we had a 26-inch slick and ran the 373-inch tire, 373 rear end gear. So hopefully we'll get back on this. I got a little while ago, I got a shipment of stuff. I got all new switches, everything. As you all know, I have a new painless wiring harness, but I bought all new switches. Everything's brand new. Hard to believe that there's like close to $400 worth of switches and electrical stuff and in there, but that's what it costs these days. Anyway, and for people that were asking about the motor, we ran into a couple little issues there. Now that motor's a fairly old motor. That motor was first put together in 2006. And as you all know, it was on Q16 and at sometimes over 14-to-1 compression. So that's pretty hard on stuff. So when we tore it apart this time, there was one spot on one cylinder that we wasn't sure was going to clean up with a hone, and of course it didn't. And I was buying new pistons anyway, to flat top pistons, to lower the compression for pump gas and get it down in the 10.8 to 1. And but now I had to bore the block, so that was another $350 on top of the pistons. And then when we checked the rods, the bronze bushings, they're a floating pin connecting rod, and the bronze bushing in the small end was beat out of them, so had to recondition the rods, the cylinder heads, valve springs, all 8 exhaust valves were pitted, and that's a common thing with avgas. So the heads had to be redone. And then we got the block back and went to put the crank in it, and found out that there was a little piece taken out of the register where one of the main caps go in. And I'm pretty sure, as in 99.999% sure, that it wasn't like that when it went to the machine shop. So I don't know if they were a little aggressive when they put a cap on it and put it in the fixture or what. But anyway, so I had to go back, and they had to weld that up and machine the register out so the cap would fit good and tight as it should. And then we put a piston in to do the piston to valve clearance, and I knew going in there was going to be very little chance of it working out. I knew we were going to have to cut the pistons, but I didn't think it was going to be that much. But then again, it is a 58cc head, so even with both valves closed, the valves are closer to the piston than if you had a 64cc head. But regardless, we ended up taking 100 thou out of the valve pocket to make it work. And getting into Armstrong's, get that done is a big hassle now with all the virus things. You got to drop things off and go for lunch and pick them up, and it's just... So that's been a little bit on hold because the cost is going up in that with all the added stuff. And like I said, the motivation isn't there. But anyway, I just wanted to jump on here real quick, and while I had the Camaro out, and put the hood on it, and so I can put it up against the wall for a while, and I'll probably get back at it around Christmas time when I get some more motivation and feel a little better. And as I said earlier, I have something big on the go, taking a lot of my time and money. So I'll be happy to show you that all next week, hopefully. Some of the people on Facebook already know what's on the go, but anyway, I just wanted to pop on here real quick and apologize for all of you for not responding to your questions earlier, and to all my fellow YouTubers that I watch their videos and comment regularly. I'm sorry for falling way behind on watching videos and commenting, but here in the near future, I'll get some free time and I'll start binge watching videos, and I'll be a little bit behind, but eventually I'll be up to date on all the projects you're doing. Anyway, hopefully we'll talk next week when I share my big news. Anyway, hope you all have a great one. See ya.